Let's get ready for bout number 224, second quarter final of men's light heavy, 81 kilograms.
So we are preparing for our 12th and final bout of this 10th session of boxing. And making his way to the boxing ring is Emmet Brennan. What a contest he was involved in his bout yesterday on a unanimous decision, where 4 of the scorecards were 28-29 against Uke Smajli. A fantastic first and second round, remained composed on the inside in unanimous fashion, while Luka Plantic scored a first round stoppage over Gore Neresian. A hard-hitting display where he came marching out of his corner and let heavy shots go right from the opening bell to simply overwhelm his opponent and book his place at the quarterfinals. Luka Plantic, the reigning seven-time national champion of Croatia, 24 years of age. We've got judges from the United States of America, Sri Lanka, Puerto Rico, Uzbekistan, and Jordan. Although Plantic demonstrated yesterday in his second bout of this tournament that he doesn't like to leave it to the judges. In Brennan, he is facing a man who is very cool indeed under fire. And just as we anticipated, Alex, Plantic out of his corner, banging away with bent-arm shots. Uppercut through the middle and right hand to the body. But then look at the response from Brennan as he too finds a home for his punches at mid-range.
Yep. Well, last night, Ron, what did we talk about? This is what we expected from both these men, didn't we? We expected a real rough, I was going to say something else there, but I won't refer to it as that. But we expected a super rough, tough, hooking scrap. Oh, look at that, Ron, a count. I cannot believe that.
Standing count in the early stages.
He caught them on the gloves, man. Wow.
Now, again, that won't necessarily make it a 10-8 round.
Man, we were so excited about this bout last night because we knew what was to be expected. We knew both guys were going to meet forehead to forehead in the centre of the ring, and they were going to trade hooks and body shots, and it got us particularly excited. We couldn't pick a winner last night after me and Ron got off air, but we were overly excited about this bout.
Counter right hand over the top from Brennan, but then look at that left hand landed by Plantich. This is hard-hitting stuff through the first half of this opening round.
Brennan looking a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit discombobulated. Oh,
he lands a
huge
left hook
hook
of his own and then a jolting left jab catching Plantich, who invariably is on the front foot, looking for that left hand to the body once again, scores with a right hand downstairs before the two men exchange jabs to the head. Good right hand through the guard of the man in red. Plantich finding the range with that backhand. What a right hand to the body, turned into a right uppercut.
To the body.
But then look at the response from Brennan.
Let's not forget, Ron, Brennan warms into the contest. He gets better as the bout goes on. As we seen last night, we might not see the best of Brennan in round 1, but as round 2 and 3 gradually creep on, we'll see Brennan gradually improve, in my opinion.
But the way Plantich lets his hands go, it's as though he looks to get the bout over as quickly as possible.
As quickly as possible, yep.
Let's hope. That's a beautiful right hand on the resumption from Brennan.
Just
caught
about to
Plantich
say,
as he was coming in.
Yep. Let's hope the referee doesn't interrupt these guys too much, because they know exactly what they're doing. And they know how to fight up close.
Once again from the man in blue.
Yep.
Brennan had his shots repelled by the gloves of Plantich.
Yep. Plantich variety a little bit better here, Ron, in round 1. Brennan's quite...
That's a good straight right hand to the body landed by the man in red.
Good shot. Well,
very good round of boxing.
Very good.
Action-packed, toe-to-toe stuff. Remember, Brennan taking a standing count, and perhaps just a little bit more in terms of shot selection and variety from the man in blue.
Yep, I would say so. The judges have probably lent towards the man in blue here, as we said, Ron. But I'm quite sure that we'll see Brennan improve as the bout goes on. But let's check these scores out, Ron, and see what they're saying. And it's 10-9 across the board, Ron, yep.
So Luka Plantic has already eliminated the tournament number 4 seed. And he beat Umar Zambikov of Austria. Then he scored that first round stoppage yesterday. And he's taken the first round across the board against Emmet Brennan of Ireland.
Well, Saw clearly in the corner there, asking Brennan to mix his shots up between head and body, not be so obvious. And
that's a cracking right hand. But what a chin demonstrated by Plantich.
Unbelievable. And in my opinion, could have administered a count, maybe even more so than Plantich's shot in the first round, Ron. Massive shot there from Brennan.
Both of these boxers are getting so much leverage onto their punches. Brennan looking for the right hand to the body and left hook, uppercut upstairs.
Yeah, there's no one dancing around the ring here, Ron, is that? Both guys planting their feet. Good right hand to the body from Brennan there. Trying to slow Plantich up with that pawn left hand as well.
Brennan's attempted left hook was long. Good right hand through the middle from Plantich. Good straight punches from Brennan. Didn't necessarily load up on them, but they were scoring shots.
Yeah, certainly were. Plantich's hands cupped round his head, not letting anything get through at all. Well, it was the variety of Plantich in the first round that probably won him the round. A little bit more variety. But Brennan in this round has certainly...
Terrific action. Both men testing the torso of one another. Right hand over the top, but shots through the middle as well. Right hand over the top attempted once more by Plantich as we approach the midpoint of this second round.
Yeah, and both guys still in the same situation, trying to establish their dominance here, Ron. No one really getting the upper hand at this point. And you do get the feeling, oh, good body shots there from Plantich, but you do get the feeling that both guys will get very, very familiar with each other before the final bell rings. What's happening here, Ron? You can probably explain way more than me what's going down.
Just need some adjustments to the waistband of the man in blue. I'm not sure what the coach has done because I can still see the protective cup. Nice movements.
Lovely head movement there from Plantich.
And then coming back with left hooks to the body is Plantich. Oh, that's a sickening left hand to the body landed by Brennan. My goodness, these guys are in shape. Right hand over the top landed by the man in red. Plantich dipping at the knees once again before looking to find openings in the man's defences.
Yeah, well, not one boxer particularly busier than the other. Both are working equally as well. But up to this point in time, I would have to favour Brennan's work. It's a little bit crisper, a little bit more accurate, tiny bit more variety in the shot. Where in the first round, Plantich seemed to be the guy who was creating a little bit more opportunity for himself. But in this round, Ron, for me, the man in red.
Double left hand.
Yeah.
Ended by a flashing left hook upstairs.
Has to finish strong, though, Ron. The man in red, Brennan from Ireland, has to finish strong. Well,
so,
yeah. Whoa, another
non-stop punching over the course of that second round once again. Toe-to-toe stuff.
Yep, Brennan for me, Ron, there. If I have to be quick before the judges' scores come up, I would say Brennan won that round. Nice uppercut from Plantich here, though.
There's terrific quality and evidence from both men. Infighting an art in itself, of course.
Yeah,
and these two men,
of course, beautiful to watch.
Showcasing that skill in abundance. And it's Luka Plantic who's taken it on a 4-1 split. Only Judge 3 favouring the work of Emmet Brennan.
Wow, well, Judge 3 was right for me there, Ron. It's a round apiece for me to keep it old school and basic. 1 round each. In my opinion, everything depended on the last round. But of course, what me and you say does not make any difference at all in the slightest. It is down to the 5 judges round the ring.
Well, both of these men have got stoppage victories here at the European Olympic Qualification Tournament. The winner guaranteed a place in Tokyo 2020 as they will join Ben Whittaker at the semi-final stage. That's a good right hand looped around the corner from Brennan. He's trailing 20 points to 18, having conceded the first 2 rounds for judges 1, 2, 4 and 5.
Judge 3 had it right for me, Ron.
So Brennan, in reality, needs to get his man out of there. But my goodness, Plantich and Brennan have demonstrated his toughness, his conditioning. And he looks as though he could continue to box at this type of intensity, with this type of ferocity, for as long as is required. So too Brennan, for that matter. Irresistible force against an immovable object. And it's making for wonderfully compelling action. Nice defense with the gloves and by employing reverse gear from Emmet Brennan.
Trying to check
Just
that
a response.
Yeah.
As Plantich fiddles with his shorts after taking that shot to the body, and he's continuing to back up. Perhaps it strayed low, but he appears to be discomforted by the shot that he took downstairs.
Yeah, shots look clean to me. Good pressure from Brennan now. Not following Katic round the ring, but cutting across him, which is clever. Jumps in with the jab there, connects.
And Plantich demonstrating a different side to his boxing now, getting on his toes and on the back foot. Haven't seen that at any point in this tournament in this his third bout.
At all.
So was he hurt by that shot downstairs? That landed earlier in the round, because he's far less aggressive in this third frame than he was in rounds 1 and 2.
And 1 and 2, yeah, certainly.
But then again, he may well be aware of the context of the bout and that he's got a 2-point lead for 4 of the 5 judges. But he takes a good right-left combination from Brennan. Brennan looking for the left-right in follow-up as well. Solid left hands landed by both as Brennan bangs away to the body with that lead left hand. Plantich responds with the same shot of his own beneath the right elbow of the man in red.
Check that out, Ron, just coming back, trying to establish that he's not the man in control here. But Brennan forcing the action here.
Final 30 seconds. Still a long time left. For my money, it's Brennan who's bossed this round so far. Plantich now back in his familiar territory, toe-to-toe. And look at the success that he's having. Both men with hooks
a lead
and uppercuts.
hand, left uppercut, left hook. He's had success with that on 2 occasions, Ron. He loves that combination.
So closing seconds of the third and final round. Left-right combination drives Plantich back once again.
He says no, Ron. He says it didn't hurt, but I believe it did hurt.
Yep, gave that response. And I think he was hurt on a couple of occasions in that third round, because he adopted a posture we haven't seen from him during the course of this tournament. But look at the moment of realization. Tears of joy in the blue corner.
Tears of joy. Unbelievable scenes.
Luka Plantic built up a 20 points to 18 lead for judges 1, 2, 4, and 5. Was put in a little bit of an uncomfortable position from the success of Brennan in the third, but he had enough of a lead to nurse this one over the line, and he could afford to go on the back foot and give ground when he was tagged by some solid shots from the man in red.
Yep, his punch picking was quite good as well, Ron. Man in the blue.
In the blue corner, representing Croatia.
And Luka Plantic, overcome with emotion, this strongest of men, shedding tears of joy, having been declared a unanimous points decision victor over the incredibly game and competitive Emmet Brennan of Ireland. But it is Luka Plantic, the 7-time national champion of Croatia, who is going through to his first Olympic Games, having competed in the Youth Olympic Games in 2014, where I saw him claim bronze in Nanjing down at middleweight. Now he's contesting the fully fledged Senior Olympic Games, and what a handful he is at 81 kilograms. But let's just pay some respect to Emmet Brennan, who now enters the realm of the box-off, because he played his part in what was a terrifically hard-hitting contest.
Fantastic bout, Ron, to end the night. It was just unbelievable. You know, and for me, Emmet Brennan won the, he won the second round quite clearly, especially on Judge 3's card, but we've seen, there you go, look at that, Ron, look at those scores.